Hey. Hey, Fani. How you about to be fighting the same case you got Thug fighting? Can you tell me that? You've been using the state's money, allegedly, to actually pay a nigga off for breaking your back. And here it is. You about to be fighting the same shit. And you know them Republicans is on your top, nigga, for messing with Trump. So you know the Supreme Court going to want to hear everything. Hey, Thug, just hold on, man. Like Trick Daddy said, you gotta hold on. You on your way out of there, cause she done messed up, man. Bad. Check this out.
He told everybody in front of Crystal, Deontay, everybody, we're gonna get MacBooks, we're gonna do that, we're gonna get swag, we're gonna use it for travel. I said, you cannot do that. It's a very, very specific grant. Took me off. I questioned Junior DA. There's kids in there from out of the county, all this. Took me off Junior DA. I did not want to do it. He made it look as if I wasn't doing what I needed to do because I questioned him. Because I knew for a fact Mr. Cuffey respectfully did not know what he was doing, period.
So I respect that is your assessment. It was clear to me that you and Mr. Cuffey were not getting along. And I'm not saying that your assessment is wrong. I want you to really listen to the words I'm saying.
Welcome to Bigo, where connections come alive. Anytime, anywhere.
Cuffey, and this is my personal opinion, to one woman to another is dangerous to your administration.
And then, not only that, why Mondo ain't on this case, Fani? You gonna have to answer to that. You went after the most popular nigga. You know what I mean? To boost your little ratings in your political field. Man, Thug about to beat this shit. And it is what it is, man. Free my nigga Tuck. You know what I mean? Shit. But Fani, you really messed up, man. You messed up, little mama. You should have just left Trump alone, and you should have left Thug alone. Thug ain't got the resources Trump got. You know what I mean? I told you he was gonna find something on you. Hey, Fani Willis, I bet you scrubbing the shit out them servers right now. Them emails, nigga, them text messages. You feel me? I know you trying your best to keep them motherfuckers hidden. That money so he can go get the best lawyers. They'll find something. Real talk. But nah, you didn't want to listen to truth, did you? Now look at your ass. all over some meat.
District Attorney Fani Willis trying to block subpoenas calling for her attendance at a hearing related to the Georgia election indictment. This is a hearing where she is likely to be questioned about her relationship with the top deputy in the case, Nathan Wade. Last week, she admitted to a romantic relationship with Wade, but she said that calls to remove her from that high-profile case were meritless. A judge will now consider a motion to remove the two from this case next week. It's a motion brought on by former President Donald Trump and a number of his co-defendants. Attorneys for former President Trump today calling the DA's filing from last week, quote, nonsense, saying the DA's position is preposterous and disingenuous at best and an outright lie at worst. Trump's team now calling for the charges against him to be dropped completely and for DA Willis to be disqualified from the case. Atlanta News First is staying on top of every development in this major case. You can download our app for all the latest updates.
You didn't charge these niggas with the RICO, Trump and Thug, and now you about to be getting your mug shot too. You getting the mug shot, believe that. You got too power drunk. You know what I mean? Instead of just being a good leader for the city, you wanted to goddamn it flex your muscle, huh? Where is Mondo? Like, where is Waldo? Where is Mondo, Fani? Where is he? Why is he still running around talking about he a founder of YSL and he ain't on this case? And you know why. But don't nobody want to see nobody locked up. But damn, if you gonna do some foul shit like that, don't you think you should make sure you get it right? But you couldn't because you was that nigga lawyer. That's crazy. And now you about to be in Fulton County with them goddamn bed bugs and shit now. God don't like ugly, Miss Lady. And you found out the hard way. Pause. Straight up, man. And Thug and that motherfucker laughing like a motherfucker. Looking like Luther Vandross, man. Straight up. Thug on his way up out of there, nigga. And you caused all this for no reason. For no reason. But it is what it is, man. Leave your comments, man. Subscribe to the channel. It's true.
New details alleged against Fulton County DA Fani Willis. Witnesses will testify that she cohabited with Nathan Wade despite her denials at her home. The relationship began in 2019, 3 years before Willis/Wade said it began and before Wade's 2021 appointment. This is official documentation from court. Additionally, this is the kicker, witnesses are expected to testify that Nathan Wade cohabited with Mrs. Willis at her home in South Fulton until her father moved in with her, at which point Nathan then began to cohabitate at an apartment of a friend of hers in East Point. Witnesses will testify that Nathan Wade cohabited with Mrs. Willis at an Airbnb in Hateville that was paid for by taxpayer money to serve as a safe house for you and Mrs. Willis. So they were literally living together, and when Fani Willis's father moved in with her, supposedly, Nathan Wade moved in with a friend of Fani's, if I understood that correctly, not too far away. She was literally living with and housing the guy. Then to make matters even worse, they both cohabited in a taxpayer-funded, quote, safe house, an Airbnb property that Georgia taxpayers were paying for. There's also a claim that Mrs. Willis met Mr. Nathan Wade back in October of 2019 at municipal court training, and supposedly, they began more than just a friendship during that conference. So first of all, Nathan Wade, in his first sworn affidavit, claimed that he never cohabited with Mrs. Willis, but of course during their vacation to Aruba, they stayed in a one-bedroom accommodation with a single king-size bed, and so obviously they were clearly cohabiting. Then of course he lived in her home for a while, they lived in an Airbnb together, he lived in her friend's house, but we are to believe that their personal relationship is rather new and only happened after his appointment, as if that changes anything. It's still a violation of Georgia ethics laws. So defense number one seems to be shattered. It wasn't exactly a great defense to begin with because it still creates a clear conflict of interest. It's a clear ethics violation to be sleeping with your subordinate, especially in such a high-profile case. Now it turns out that Nathan Wade and Fani Willis are liars, and there's people that are supposedly going to testify to that effect on the issue of cohabitation, but then moving to the second defense, that Fani Willis didn't actually financially benefit at all, that they split the costs of these lavish trips that they were taking. Another defense that seems to be falling apart. Nathan Wade claims that Phyllis never received funds or personal financial gain. The argument they're making is that their travels were personal expenses, divided roughly evenly between the two. That is real interesting. Nathan Wade claims that financial responsibility for personal travel taken is divided roughly evenly between the two, with neither being primarily responsible for expenses of the other.